Hello everyone, Etho here, and I designed a trap, and so now I'm gonna run through it like a complete noob just to show it off. Free diamond on the other side? Cool, I want some. Uh-oh. It's a trap. Ow. Hopefully I can get my stuff back from that room. There's my piston pop-up sand castle, fully retractable. If you haven't seen that video, you should check it out. I also started a Let's Play on a hardcore world. If you haven't seen that, you should check it out. Give me some feedback, because I'm not sure if it's any good or not. Okay, now back into the character. Yay! All my stuff! Yes, I am very mad, bro. But there's no way a trap like that could reset it on its own. Uh-oh. How did it reset? Come on! That hurt a lot. And so now I'll show you how I made it. But I'm going to switch over to creative mode. So be back in a sec. And I'm back. So you can see the trap without falling in it. And it resets. So I can just put it again. Pretty neat. And so this basically started as Etho's door trap. I'll put a link to the video in the description. But basically how it works is if a piston has a block diagonal to it, which is being powered, it doesn't know that it is being powered until it gets updated. Same thing with turning off. And so Etho made one that wasn't as it didn't automatically reset. He had levers that you had to go up and you had to turn the levers off and then update the piston and then turn the levers back on and it would be set basically. But this one resets it on its own. And so how that works is, well, first off I'll tell you how it activates the trap. When the piston pushes the block over this redstone torch powers the block, so a signal is sent down here, and then it turns off this torch and then turns off all the pistons, and there's the same thing on the other side, and then they're connected up here so that only one needs to be updated to turn off both sides. And so when the piston is activated, it sends a signal up here, which comes over here, which turns off this torch, which means that it will no longer be powering these blocks, which means when the piston is updated, it will retract. And so you can see it gets updated and pulls. Now how it updates is this sends a signal over, or wait, one sec. Oh yeah, this sends a signal up and around over to here, and this has the signal by default coming down to here. And then what this little device does, it sends a momentary pulse, basically, because when it turns off, there will no longer be a signal sending, but then it will push the block over, and so when it gets pushed over, it will send a little signal, and there will be no more signal. And so when a signal comes again, it will pull the block out of the way before the signal reaches it. So that way it only sends a very short pulse. Now, down in here, the signal comes down here, and it turns off that torch, which turns on that torch, turns off this torch, turn on that torch, which opens the door, or sets the door to open and then close, because it's only a pulse. And then this signal, or this line, comes down, turns off that torch, turns on this one, turn off that one, and this door, when this is off, opens, and when it's on, closes. So it also sends a signal to open and close quickly, or for a short time. And so by it opening and closing, since that will already be off, when it opens and closes, it will update the piston, and it will cause it to retract, so it's set up for another use. And I've messed with this seeing what if I just mess with the doors, and it seems like the doors always reset. It's almost like magic. It's pretty cool. And so inside the trap, I have the level where the lava is, and then I have these signs holding lava up, and so after a delay, this will open up and drop the victim or their items, hopefully one or the other, down here, and they'll die and their items will end up down here for collection. And of course the signs, just for fun. And so that signal is sent over this way, down here around, and then there's over to here. That turns off all those pistons, and here, and it turns off all those pistons, opening it up. And so, I mean, you could cover all that up, like all this wiring on the sides and up here, and the only thing that would be blaringly obvious, and has to be, are these pistons right here. There's no real way of covering them up. I just updated, but it reset. Pretty cool. But you know, you could create a hallway, you know, with a ceiling, and come over here and go into another room. Oh, now it won't reset because I actually broke the door. I actually did when I placed the door. It's like magic. I was originally gonna put a secret switch to turn it off, so you can go through without danger. But I realized it's kind of pointless. And I somehow broke it so this door doesn't reset. I don't know how I did that. Seems to work fine now. But I was gonna have it set up so there'd be some trick like you put a block or a torch on one of these blocks and it would update, and there would be another resetting bud switch which would deactivate this whole trap. But the only way to do that is raise the ceiling one more, but I had already set it all up, and raising the ceiling one could cause problems because these pistons kind of have to be there, which means this block has to be there with the redstone powering it, and I have to figure out a bunch of other stuff. But this works fine. There's no way of getting back, but if you know a trap's coming, you can just run through and you're good. But you really have to be prepared for it, and for some reason it didn't work. I think it's something with if I open the door back too quickly, it doesn't open. Still like magic. Let's see if I can. Yeah. If you open the door too quickly after the door resets, but before this turns back on, it won't activate. But you just close the door and it resets like magic. If you like this video, spend 3 seconds to put a like or to subscribe. I'll try to keep putting cool videos out. Thanks for watching. It was a lot of fun building this. And just one more time. Okay. Thanks for watching. Fire truck's gonna ruin this whole video. I'm not sure if you heard that, but there's a very loud fire truck right outside my house. And there's another one. And I think we're good. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe if you like this video. And bye.